Hey, welcome to the fifth video in my game development update series. One thing I want to point out just as a reference going forward, is that videos will follow a length closer to my earlier videos rather than the last one. The last video was quite a bit longer, and that's because I basically reviewed all of the different changes that happened between that video and the previous one, and it was something I wanted to do just kind of get a feel for it to see if that's how I wanted to go moving forward. And ultimately, I think creating these shorter videos will be just a bit easier for me. I'm still going to be developing in chunks and releasing the videos in these kind of batches. So there'll still be kind of that delay between one batch of videos and another batch of videos, but I'll be doing separate videos to kind of cover all the particular features that happened between um, the gap in the batches. So yeah, so last video we kind of went over the change of direction and all of the changes I made to the game to kind of push towards that direction. But everything was still in a real-time environment as far as the game. Something I wanted to explore before going too far down that route was a turn-based environment for the game. Obviously, a lot of roguelikes do implement to the game in a turn-based fashion, um, since that's how the original one was created. So after implementing the core functionality of that and a number of other systems related to that, decided that I am going to be going down that route. I think it will make certain things easier for me. Certain things that I'm not as experienced in or well suited to work on will be easier for me. So yeah. So in this video, I'm going to just go over two very quick basic things, kind of core to the turn-based style of the game, and that's going to be the changes to the movement and kind of how the world's going to simulate. So I'm going to go ahead and start up the game in Unity. So movement is pretty basic and pretty standard. Not a whole lot to talk about here. Basically, you're able to move in all 8 cardinal directions, whether it's up, down, left, right, and into the corners essentially. So it's pretty standard, and you move one tile. That's kind of the core of the basic movement system. The other part of the turn based that's pretty critical is kind of how the world's going to simulate, because as the player is performing a number of actions, moving around, whatever it might be, we want the world around the user, at least within the range that is going to be simulated, because obviously the entire world can't be simulated. We want everything that is simulated to kind of move as the user is performing whatever actions. So the way I've done this is that there's basically a system in the game that stores the number of action units that have collected during the start of the game. And right now, an action unit is equated to 3 seconds in game. So something I can use to kind of show the action units in work, since there's not a whole lot of other things that are simulated right now. I have this game, basically a game clock widget, and it's tied directly to the game action. So you can see as I move, it is increasing by 3, and that's because the movement cost, or the action units for movement, is costs 3 action units. So every time the player moves, it's adding 3 action units to that action unit manager that's basically managing the number of action units that have happened since the start of the game. And basically everything's going to work off of this. Everything kind of hook into the action unit manager and be able to simulate itself based off of the number of action units that have passed. And basically, for the most part, while there may be some exceptions, the action unit is driven by the player's action. So the player performs an action, and then the rest of the world simulates. So those are the two basic things I wanted to go over in this video. One thing I'll mention, my handle for Twitter should be in the description of the video, but if you do want to get updates of my development, I do post screenshots and GIFs there a little bit more frequently than I'll be posting videos, because, like I said, videos will kind of come in batches as I kind of develop out systems. That's it, and thanks for watching.